Hey guys, good morning. It's actually King's Day outside here in the Netherlands. So I think everyone is probably on the streets, like selling the stuff for free, getting foods. But I'm not really feeling like going out yet because it's quite early in the morning. And instead, I thought I would just talk to you guys. Because I've been thinking lately, and I've been thinking a lot when I was in the Philippines about this. Actually, about the differences between the Netherlands and the Philippines. Of course, one of the biggest funs of traveling, the biggest joy for me is to meet other people and to get a little bit of a glimpse into another culture. I've got some little glimpses over my last 3 trips, and it really fascinates me always because it also shows me maybe the things that I am doing in a weird way, and I never considered that it would be a weird way because I thought it was normal and everyone would do it, so I never thought about it. And traveling makes me realize that it isn't like normal or a standard thing, but there are people doing things differently in other places. So, without further ado, let's talk a little bit about the differences between the Philippines and the Netherlands. So one thing I noticed, and that's actually what started me to think about it, is under my videos a lot of you say like stay safe. And when the first person told me, I was like, okay, cool. But then people kept on like bringing it up, like stay safe, and I'm starting to be a little bit like, what's going on? You know, I started to get really suspicious, like, is something bad going to happen, or do you assume something bad is going to happen? But I guess if I understand correctly, for you it's more of a wish or a way of saying, but not this thing of like, oh, watch out, danger is coming for you. So I'm really happy when you say so to me. But there was a period where I was like, what? Another thing about warning is the honking, like getting your horn. I'm not sure if I say it correctly, but if you're in a car on a motorcycle and you touch the horn, like wah wah, that one, that's also used pretty different in here than you do it in the Philippines. I saw it like the culture clash sometimes on the street. Like when in the Philippines you horn, it's basically like, okay, I'm coming up, I'm behind you, whatever like you're doing, it's fine. Just don't like go to the left or to the right or whatever. Don't do something unsuspected because I'm gonna pass you. In the Netherlands, it means if you're horning, like, get the hell out of my way. I'm going to run over you if you're not moving. So the problem was that I saw like motor cyclers who were tourists, and then they got horned upon, and then I saw them like that, like you saw the motorbike starting to swing like that immediately, and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm just in the middle of the street. I thought I was okay here. Should I move left or right, or what should I do? And the people who were horning just like, I'm just wow, I'm just horning, don't do anything weird, just keep on doing what you're doing. But that's just like the opposite way of what horning means. So that is also something I noted. And as you see, I left like, I find it a little bit funny sometimes. No accident happened when I was there, so it was still fun, but it was something to really keep in mind. Difference in food, of course. I mean, when you go to another part of the world, there is always different food. And I know a lot of you people really like the Filipino food. There's a lot of things in Filipino cuisine that I also really like. But you do eat a lot more of the whole animal instead of just like in the Netherlands, we just pick like the parts that we like. But like the hearts and the liver, and I mean, my dad eats them. He loves it, but I don't know that many people who love like the insides of an animal. So it's much less common to eat here, and it's actually quite of a distinctive taste. Like you really have to get used to it, I think, to appreciate it. I know Sander is downstairs sleeping. He hates the taste of liver. For example, if you want to ruin his dinner, put some liver in it. I also don't quite like it, but for me it's not like that much of a ruiner of the evening. yeah, in some way I actually like it because it's a way of not, throwing away too much and appreciate the whole animal that you killed by eating all the parts of it. On the other side, I can imagine it was born out of a necessity, that if you kill something, you have to eat all of it because you cannot waste it. So, but yeah, it's definitely, definitely a difference. So, saying yes. The Netherlands or the Dutch, they are known for being like honest in a way, but not like honest, but like blunt or just saying their minds, just saying things that other people might consider like, ooh, that's actually kind of rude to say, but we're like, why? That's just what it is, right? I just don't like it, so I just say that I don't like it. Sometimes that goes a bit too far, and sometimes I notice in other places that I have difficulty understanding like the deeper layers, that if someone says yes, I'm like, oh, okay, that's yes. So, do you know where it is? Or is it possible that we do that and that? And people are like, yeah, 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 of course. And then I had it multiple times that I asked like, or someone else asks like, is this possible? And then people say, yeah, yeah, of course. And then you feel like in the vibe afterwards, and people like going to each other and, chatting with each other in a language that you don't understand. You feel like, maybe it was actually not that possible, but they're really trying very hard to arrange it for me now. Tell me all the time, right? If what I've experienced or what I imagine, um, if you experience the same thing, or if you think there is some kind of truth in there or not, because I don't claim to have any truth in here. Please remember that. It's just things that I saw and that I thought like, oh, that's, to me, that's a difference, but maybe I just met some people doing it and it's like not a big thing, or maybe I interpret things wrong. And the only way for me to learn is if you tell me. And I would love to learn because I would love to understand. So please let me know in the comments down below. Another obvious thing, like I live in Amsterdam, I live in the Netherlands, there is so much bikes around me. Like everyone owns a bike, doesn't matter who you are. If you're a businessman or if you're like a 12-year-old girl, everyone has their bikes. In the city, people have multiple bikes sometimes because you have your crappy city bike, so you won't get hurt if it gets stolen. And then if you go for fun on your bike, you have your fun bike. But when I'm in the big city, in Manila, there is not all those like bikes around me. There are some bikes, but they're definitely like not as common and as much used as they are in the Netherlands. But that's, I don't know if that's like really a difference between the Philippines and the Netherlands, or it's just like the Netherlands versus like basically the rest of the world. In the Philippines, I got like invited to birthdays, even though I'm a complete stranger. Yeah, I've been actually to multiple on 3 trips. Or when you pass by a wedding, everyone is preparing it on the street, like butchering maybe a pig or a cow. And I'm like, hey, do you want some food and stuff like that. In the Netherlands, like if a stranger passes by, you won't get like those offers. I really feel always honored if I am invited. We should also do that a little bit more. What I try to do now is if tourists pass by and I see them with their map and they're looking at it like, where the hell are we? I just walk up to them and I say like, can I help you? Could I get you on the road or something? Most of the time people just look like a little bit in shock and then immediately say, no, 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 it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So 9 out of 10, I cannot help anyone, but at least I offered, in a friendly way. So yes, that's also another difference, which is obvious, but to me quite noticeable, is the climates. I come from like pretty, yeah, rainy climate. Every day is like a surprise. If you go out, like, how cold is it going to be? Do we need to bring an umbrella? Do I need an extra sweater or not? And you always feel like halfway during the day that you made the wrong decision, because then you're on the streets and it's like way hotter than you thought. So that extra jacket that you brought, it's just like a pain in the ass because you have to like carry it around all the time. Or it's the other way around. Like in the morning the sun is shining and then in the afternoon it's gone and you just have a t-shirt on and you're like, oh, it's actually pretty cold now. So it's really like almost a professional job, you know, to get it all right and be happy during the entire day with all the clothes that you're wearing. Not getting too sweaty, not getting too cold. But in the Philippines, I feel more like, you know, in general, it is just hot. So what you should not forget is your sunscreen, maybe an umbrella or something to against the heat during the hottest parts of the day. And it can be raining, but then raining is like a whole different experience because it's actually kind of nice because you're hot, you know. So it's a way to cool down instead of in the Netherlands sometimes it's like a gray day and then oh yeah, and then it's also starting to rain like that. I must say though, that experience includes not, I know that you have like really heavy thunderstorms, like typhoons and stuff in the Philippines. I've not experienced those. That's not the rain that I'm talking about. So that's it, some little things that I noticed in the Philippines. I think actually right now it's pretty good weather to go outside, so I'm going to hit the road. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. You're really very welcome. Check out some videos, check out if you like it. I mean, don't subscribe if you don't like my channel, obviously. And then you're very warmly invited to join the club. And, well, just have a good day or evening, wherever you are. Doeg!